Welcome everyone. Maybe we can start then, Fee.
Yes,
So
let's
our Channext AI Features webinar. So my name is Thais. I'm product manager at Channext. And today I have Dimfi with me. She's our data and AI research engineer. So the brain behind our AI features, we can say.
Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah. So to start off quickly, what is AI? Artificial intelligence is technology that learns from data and makes smart decisions, just like us humans, but only faster, of course. And why it matters for channel partners. You have multiple different vendors, and we know that you don't have time to do marketing for all of them. So that's why content creation is actually a perfect area for you to leverage. You can easily create content to generate more revenue and build trust. And today we are gonna explain how you can do it best.
Yes, and Thais, I would like to add, because from my point of view, AI is really the engine behind scalable personalization for our channel partners. And that is also the core of this webinar we're going to show today with our AI features.
Indeed. I'm really excited to dive in, but let's start with a question first. So how many of you are already using AI in your work? Let's see if we have some answers. We have thumbs up. We have multiple thumbs up. Okay. good to see.
A lot of thumbs up.
All right. I have sometimes it can be better. All right. Okay, then my next question. Who's actually gone further and really integrated AI into their workflows and day-to-day work rather than just asking ChatGPT to write content or checking your grammar mistakes, for example? Okay, we have someone. Okay, Klaus, that's a good one. Indeed. But I feel like maybe it's a little bit less compared to the first one. We use AI, but the question we need to ask ourselves, are we really using it to the fullest and integrating to our workflows? But we have good news. You don't have to worry about figuring out AI as a channel partner because Channext has already done it for you. And today we are gonna talk about it, and I'm really, really excited. And before I give the floor to Dimfi, I want to mention that we are gonna take all the questions at the end. And Dimfi, take it away, please.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so during this webinar, we're going to talk through two key Channext AI features, the AI Social Text Tailoring model and the AI Social Scheduler. And I would like to start with the tailoring model. Well, the AI Social Text Tailoring tool transforms vendor-provided content into personalized social posts that match your company's tone of voice, audience, and brand. And it includes a built-in quality control layer to ensure that every post is accurate, on brand, and ready to publish. Well, in this slide, you can see the framework behind the tailoring model, and it starts with two inputs. The original vendor post, which keeps us aligned with the core message of the post, and a unique partner social media profile, which we generate for each social page using historical activity like Facebook and LinkedIn posts, and even the edits that are created in the Channext platform. Well, these two inputs go into the tailoring model, and this model consists of two components. The generation model, which you can see in light purple, and this creates a tailored version of the post that matches your tone of voice and brand identity. And the evaluation layer, the darker purple block. And this checks if the generated text stays on topic, it has no grammar issues, and if the correct brand names and partner names are used. And then we get this result, which you can see on the right. And this is a personalized, brand consistent, and ready to publish social post, fully adapted to the company's tone of voice, audience, and style. On the next slide, I added a few examples. And here you can see that what the model produces. So on the left, you can see an original post created by a vendor. And next to it, there are three tailored versions, each adapted for a different partner. And what we see is that the core message really stays the same, but the structure, the tone, and the wording shift to match each partner's style. And in general, what we see is that the posts become more conversational, more direct, more solution or service orientated, and that's really dependent on the partner. And what you will also notice are the differences in text design. So the model also learns the partner's typical habits, like the use of emojis, the preferred way of using hashtags, whether they include their company name in the text or in the hashtags, but also text formatting, like bold or italic text, and even the way how they structure the call to actions. So, for example, adding the phone number and an email address, as you can see in the example on the right. Well, during development, we did a beta test on a small group of partners that are really active in the Channext platform. And what this graph shows is the percentage of posts that were edited before they were released on the social platforms. And week 8 until 11 show the period before I started testing with tailoring, and week 12 to 15 when I started tailoring the posts. So what we see is that on average, 67.5% of the posts were edited during the non-tailoring weeks, compared to the 28.3% when I started tailoring the posts. So this drop clearly suggests that the tailored versions better match with the partner's expectations of their tone, message, and style, making it easier for them to publish with little to no adjustments. And of course, we were also curious what the engagement would look like with the tailored posts. And this graph shows the average engagement rate per week, including the comments, the likes, the clicks, and the shares as a percentage of the post views. And what we see here is that the engagement increased during the tailoring period, rising to 14.1% compared to the 10.8% in the weeks when we didn't tailor. So this really suggests that the tailored post resonated better with the end users and led to more interaction and an overall engagement.
So, Dimfi, to summarize, maybe we can say that thanks to the AI tailoring model, social posts got personalized. This meant that our partners edited less because it was already matched to their style or how they want to write their social post. And as a result of this personalization, they also performed better.
Indeed. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Okay, so we've covered the social text tailoring model. So I would like to move on to the second feature, which is the AI social scheduler. And this is a built-in tool that automatically schedules your social posts at the optimal day and time, specifically when your audience is most active. So the goal is simple. We want to maximize engagement, visibility, and the overall impact, while also preventing overlap with other vendors and industry posts. So how do we know that your audience is most active? Well, to identify the best posting moments, we model how the posts perform across social pages. So we look into several characteristics, such as the post type, the vendor behind the content, the product category, the day, the time, and the social page where the post will appear. And we use these characteristics to model or to predict the number of impressions a post is likely to generate across different times and days. And this gives us a clear picture of when your end users are most active and when your posts have the highest impact. Well, these predicted impressions are then fed into an optimization engine that schedules your post across the week. With one goal, we want to maximize the total impressions for each social page individually. And while doing so, the model respects several constraints to ensure quality and to avoid conflicts. So, for example, no two posts are allowed on the exact day and time. Multiple posts are allowed on the same day, but only if they are from vendors in different industries. And there should be a time gap of at least 4 hours. And no back-to-back posting for the same vendor. So, for example, if a vendor has 2 posts in a week, they won't be scheduled on 2 consecutive days. And this ensures that your weekly schedule is balanced, predictable, and that it avoids daily fatigue. Well, as you can see on this slide, I added 2 examples. And on the left, we have a before schedule that has several issues. What we can see on Monday, for example, we have the same vendor posting 2 times on a day. So green is, or the colors are representing a vendor. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we have 2 days in a row a post from the vendor that is represented with red, and Wednesday and Thursday for the vendor that's represented in blue. And on Monday morning, we can see overlap that the same two posts are going out on the same time. Well, in the after example on the right, the AI has redistributed these posts into an optimal weekly layout. So no conflicts, no overlap, and a much healthier spread across the week. And this optimized schedule is tailored per social page, ensuring that each audience receives the content at the moment that they are most likely to engage. Then for both models, I want to touch on the data privacy. So we fully comply with all general data protection regularization obligations. We only use publicly available and non-personal data. All the data is stored in a secured and controlled environment. And the models are custom models specifically for Channext, so they cannot be shared with any third parties. And these models learn from general patterns, so it does not store or memorize exact data.
Thank you, Dimfi, for the detailed explanation.
Thank you.
And good to hear we keep it in a safe way. And so, what does it actually look like in the platform? I want to show a couple of examples to make it clear for our partners. So, you can recognize the tailored post with the AI tailored text and the colorful border lines. I'm really excited for everyone to go check their calendars after this webinar. But in case if you don't see any tailored posts, I wanna give two small reasons why could that be the reason. First one, we don't tailor for all vendors yet, but we are almost there. But we do it for like Samsung, HP, Jabra for most of our vendors. And the other reason, if you don't see any tailored posts, could be that lack of data or permission. So, for example, if you haven't had any social posted before using Channext, then of course, unfortunately, our model doesn't know how you sound as a brand, as a company, then we cannot tailor it. But no worries, if you edit 3 social posts in Channext, then our model can learn from this and start tailoring posts for you as well. But if you have any questions after you check your calendar, please feel free to reach out to us through the chat box. Yes, and of course you are always in control. You can always edit the tailored version, or you can even switch back to the vendor's original version and edit that. You can do this via the social post edit page. And of course, with the scheduling, there's a tiny change on our calendar, right? How the post looks like, especially for the further dates. What I mean is this new purple banners. So the AI scheduler runs every Monday, midnight Central European time. And as Dimfi explained in detail, the model runs to give the most optimal date and time for a social post. That's why, let's say today is 17th of November, Monday, right? And the model haven't run yet because it's gonna run tonight, Central European time. That's why I can only see the social post assigned to a specific date and time for this week and not for next week yet. But if we go to the next slide, let's say it's tomorrow already and the model has already run midnight Central European time, then of course it assigned the most optimal date and time for each specific social page. That's why I can, so most of the time, if you log in to the Channext and if you check your calendar, 90% you're gonna see the post assigned to a specific date and time for this week and upcoming week. But of course, we have social posts scheduled for further dates, as always, because we wanna give you, our partners, time to check these out. And what does this mean in this, and if the model hasn't run yet? Then you can see the social post still assigned to a specific week. For example, these purple banners. And you can always view the post. You can always edit the post. And you can even reschedule the post and give a specific date and time if you don't want to wait for the model. So you don't have to wait for the model. Of course, you wait for the model, it's better. Then you can have higher performance for your post. But if you don't prefer that, then you can also edit it. And I'm very, very excited about this one. So we have an announcement. Very soon, we are gonna give more control to you guys. Our engineering team is working really hard on this new addition that's gonna be added to our scheduling model. And what is this? You are gonna be able to select your preferred days and time slots. Let's say I'm a partner and I want Channext posts to go out on Tuesdays and Fridays, then I'm gonna be able to select this. And of course, all posts are gonna go between 9 and 6 p.m. in your local time zone. You are also gonna be able to prioritize your vendors, and the model is gonna take into consideration and give higher priority to your to give the most optimal spots to your higher priority vendors. But of course, you're still gonna get social posts from all of your vendors. So to kind of summarize, before these AI features, we had identical posts created by the vendor, and all these posts was shared at the same time in your local time zone for all of our partners. And now with these new our new AI features, each partner, you guys have personalized content, and these social posts get published when your audience is most engaged to ensure higher performance and engagement. So tailoring made social posts more authentic, scheduling made social posts more effective, and you stay in full control. You can benefit this as free still. All you have to do is stay connected at Channext while we save you time. And we can go to the questions, but before we go to the questions, I want to ask everyone to really go check your calendars, please, and explore these features. And please reach out to me or to our support team via the chatbot. And once we have the preferred time slots edition, so when you're gonna be able to select more times and dates, then as usual, I'm gonna inform all of you via email and in platform notification. And when once we are there, when it's time, please don't forget to set your preferences to get the social posts on your preferred days and time slots. So let's see, we have a question from Chris. Nice to see the text is more authentic with AI tooling. Are you also planning to make the illustration or photo content authentic with AI tooling? Yes, that's in our long-term roadmap. We do wanna go there. But with images, it's not as easy as text, right? And if maybe you can jump in here, AI is not there yet. So we want to make sure we do it with a good quality still, but it's definitely on our roadmap. Do you have anything to add here, Dimfi?
No, you're fully right. Like in my opinion, the text AI is really strong in text, but not yet with images. So it is really we are keeping a close eye on it, but yeah, not very soon in terms for images, in my opinion. Maybe different content, text content will be probably early on the roadmap.
Indeed. But we hope to tackle it hopefully upcoming year in 2026.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your question, Chris. We have a question from Efe. If I make more original posts on my pages, will it improve Channex's AI model?
Yes, so I would like to answer this one. I would also really encourage everyone, if they are not happy with the generations at the moment, to go into the Channext platform and edit the posts and be really consistent in the way how they edit the post. As for these models as well, consistency is key. And another or an alternative is indeed to create more posts by yourself and just schedule it on LinkedIn and Facebook, because the model will learn that as well. And that's the cool thing as well, I would say, is that we keep learning. So it adapts over time as well.
Yeah, indeed, good to highlight. You can also create your own posts in Channext, and it helps the model. Okay, thank you, Efe. We have a question from Ben. So the model checks our Facebook and LinkedIn to learn. Dimfi, would you like to answer
Yes.
this one
So
as
the
well?
public available data. Yes.
But good to highlight that that's the data that's already publicly available on the internet. We only make use of public data.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for the question. Any other questions? And any feedback? It also doesn't have to be questions. Do you guys have any feedback? Do you guys like the features? What do you guys think? We would also love to hear that, of course.
Mhm. I do see
Okay.
a lot of hearts getting in. That's good.
Good to see. And any other questions? Otherwise, maybe we can round up. Okay, we have one more question. I think this is a very programmatic and useful implementation of AI. Looking forward to seeing what you do next. Oh, thank you, Michael. So this was a feedback on the question. Thank you so much. Hopefully, it's definitely we are gonna improve ourselves, right, Dimfi, regarding AI. Hopefully, add maybe personalized landing pages. Definitely, image, as we mentioned, it's in under our radar. We wanna do more there and increase our capabilities there as well.
Yes, but also the current features, right? So we have these features right now, and we keep learning as well. We keep improving as well. Um, yeah, I think that's the beautiful part about AI. You can learn, but it also automatically learns over time.
Indeed, you're right. We just started, and we are.
Yeah.
It's exciting when we think like there's still so much we can do and improve when it comes to tailoring as well and scheduling too. And please, as usual, feel free to always reach out to me if you have any feedback, questions regarding our platform. What you like, what you don't like, what would you like to see more of? We are always open. We value so much our partners' opinions, and we really take this into consideration while we are shaping our products. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Dimfi, for joining and sharing your expertise with us today regarding AI.
Yes, thank you for organizing these.
All right. I'm excited now for everyone to check their calendars. Please let us know what you think.
Yes.
Bye.